I just had a bit of a PTSD flashback, and I'm scared to talk about it because it feels like if you talk about anything about mental health, you'll get sectioned under the Mental Health Acts. Like talking about any of this, you get sectioned. And I was a victim of that back in October. Basically, Blacktown Hospital wanted to discharge my mum, which is fair enough. But the day before that, on the 2nd of October, mum's specialist brought up, what's the plan if mum is found unresponsive? Which blew mum and I away, because it's like, why would you discuss that right before discharge? And you guys should know about this because I already told it to you guys last year when mum was admitted for kidney failure. And I said mum was a DNR, do not resuscitate patient, because she's got a lot of medical conditions and disabilities. She's wheelchair bound. I just would like her to go in her sleep if she's found that way. I don't think I can take it if it was like that. So when mum told me that the specialist brought it up, it gave me flashbacks of going down that corridor and seeing the 2 police officers outside Dad's door. Me being only 25 years old, seeing his body with a tube down his throat, and I had to identify him. In my mind, I just saw mum like that. And so obviously it triggered my PTSD. And the next day on the 3rd, we went to have this big team meeting with all the, I don't know why, the multidisciplinary team meeting. And we had all these before, nothing's worked out in the past, so I thought none of this is going to work out either. And I really need to speak to my GP, my psychologist and my psychiatrist, see if I needed any medication changes, because clearly something wasn't working. I couldn't even sleep that night because I kept having nightmares. So I rang at 8 a.m, spoke to the acting patient manager, and she was very good. And I explained, look, I just need to see my psychologist, my psychiatrist. Can we cancel the meeting? And can you keep mum in over the long weekend and I'll pick her up on Tuesday? She was like, yeah, no, that's fine. I want you to see your psychologist and psychiatrist. That's great that you got your outside resources. No worries, I'll cancel. I was like, great. I told mum, and then I had my cup of tea and my breakfast, waiting for my doctor to call. Then 9 a.m. rolls around, and mum FaceTimes me. The physio storms in her room and this other lady with blonde hair. She called herself Sarah. Apparently she was the executive on Allied Health in the ward of C72. I don't know. I can't find her anywhere on Blacktown's Mount Druitt website. And she comes in with like this big dick energy, you know what I mean? Like the alpha female energy. And she goes, right, the plan is to discharge your mum today. We're going to have a big team meeting and And I'm like, no, you're not, because I just spoke to the patient experience manager. She's going to call Sandra Hamill and cancel the meeting today because I'm not mentally well at the moment due to yesterday's disturbance that one of your doctors put me under, and I need to see all my people. And then at 12:20, mum rings me, say that the bitch, Sarah, sectioned me under the Mental Health Act and has police and ambulances on the way. And I didn't even mention that I was going to harm myself, or I had a plan or anything like that. All I said was I'm not mentally well at the moment and I need to speak to my psychologist, my psychiatrist and my GP. So which I had to cancel all of them. So I was bloody pissed off. And you know what the sickest part of that? After mum's hung up, Sarah told my mum that she was not allowed to contact me, that Blacktown Hospital was the safest place for me, I will be admitted, and that Sarah will come into my personal home to feed my cat. I don't know whether they were trying to separate us and put mum in a nursing home
or what the hell was going on. Luckily, I made it out. And it was scary because when I got to the hospital, the security wanted to do a strip search on me, and it got me massive flashbacks because I was sexually harassed by a car salesman this exact time last year. And I'm currently going through the federal courts to get compensation for that. And luckily the ambulance stepped in and said, look, she's clean, we helped her pack her bag, there's no weapons on her, she's safe. And I sat there for 3 hours in the bed. I had the bloods done, the consultation with the doctors and whatnot. And then the psychiatrist rocks around 3:30. And he was so nice. Dr. Sean at Blacktown Hospital, he was lovely. And I just said, look, I blew up. It was all too much from me yesterday. It triggered a lot of flashbacks. But he goes, you have no intention of harming yourself, right? I said, no. And then he goes, you don't see any hallucinations? I'm like, oh, I wish, but no. And he started laughing at that. And he goes, would you mind if I call you Mum? I said, no, go ahead. She's my advocate and I'm her advocate. We have no secrets from each other. So he calls Mum. Mum basically verified that, yes, I'm not going to harm myself. I'm fine. I'm stable. I just had a bad day. And he let me go. And so did the other medical doctor. So my whole day was wasted and I had no way of getting home. So I had to waste $50 on an Uber to get home because of Sarah the bitch, which has now mentally traumatized me. So how can I believe that Blacktown Hospital is going to look after my mother when you placed that trauma on me? I didn't even get once an apology from the executive officers. There's just so much stigma on mental health. You can't even talk about it without someone being declared that you're crazy. Something needs to change about mental health in New South Wales. I don't know what, but there needs to be a Royal Commission in the mental health section and practically the whole health section in Australia because clearly something's going wrong. Anyway, whatever experience you guys have had in terms of mental health or being sectioned, leave them in the comments below because I would really love some advice or really would like to read and learn from other people's experience. So I hope this helps someone. Please also get a solicitor's advice because it was unlawful, being unlawfully sectioned against your will without your consent when you had no intentions of harming yourself. So get a solicitor's advice, please. And yeah, leave your thoughts in the comments below.